Here's Quanell X and Big Angry Adams, ready to go blow by blow on those hot topics. Face Off on Fox Soul starts right now.
Perspective, but he does understand hate because I think he also understands the hate of self. When you look at the play, which is all we can speak to as professionals, all we can speak to as analysts, Angel Reese pushed one of her teammates. Caitlin Clark had a hard foul, which is part of basketball. I feel like it was assessed correctly. And Angel Reese's reaction is the sort of reaction you get in a situation when you feel like you took an intentionally hard foul. That's competitiveness, that's rivalry, that's not hate. And so now though, when RG3 jumps on to the hate train or to the angry train, and now follows along with what we saw from Keith Olbermann, what we saw from Dave Portnoy, as they poured on to Angel Reese to make her the villain in Caitlin Clark's heroic or hero story. Right. The one thing we know about RG3 is he's not having conversations at his home about what black women have to endure.
In this round, here's Quanell X.
Charles, that was ESPN commentator, Brother Ryan Clark, who was one of the great legendary Pittsburgh Steelers that played with Ben Roethlisberger, Jerome Bettis, etc., and even a Super Bowl champion with the Steelers. He's now well known for being a commentator on ESPN. And he was speaking about a situation that took place this past weekend involving a foul between the team that Angel Reese plays for and Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark is accused of fouling Angel Reese, and Angel Reese got up and gave a strong reaction like she wanted to fight Caitlin Clark. And so RG3, former Heisman Trophy winner out of Baylor University, who played for the Washington Redskins, had a very successful season until he got hurt. He gave some commentary in his podcast where he felt Angel Reese was wrong for how she handled the situation and that he saw hate in her face going after Caitlin Clark. Well, Ryan Clark decided to take it a little bit further, and he pretty much spoke out against Brother RG3 for speaking about Angel Reese in that manner because he's not married to a black woman. He spoke about the struggles and challenges of being a black female in America, in particular being a black female in sports, and how the narrative being painted toward angry black women in sports and period is something that RG3 would never understand because he's married and lives with a white woman, is raising 3 black young girls with a white woman that he married. RG3 responded and really condemned Ryan Clark for attacking his family. I'm gonna be very honest with you. I understand Brother Ryan Clark's passion to want to defend black women when they're under attack, as every black man should, especially when truth is on their side. But Ryan Clark took it way too far here, brother. You don't bring in a man's family. When it comes to men's wives and their children, their families, that's off limits. You don't go there. Ryan could have made the point a whole lot better than making it a personal attack against RG3 and his wife and his family. And RG3 is a young black man that was born and raised from a black woman, a strong retired military sergeant black woman who played no games in raising her 3 young black boys. So just because he married that white woman does not mean he does not have the connection, the synth and kin, or the black experience to not sympathize with black women who still have some struggles. Ryan Clark was out of line for this one.
Well, I will say Ryan Clark got exactly what he wanted, and we're giving it to him. His show, his podcast or whatever, The Pivot, it has people talking about it, right? But the only reason anyone was talking about this was because of race, right? The Angel Reese has a long history after LSU bested Iowa. Angel Reese's team beat Caitlin Clark's team for the NCAA championship, which was one of the most watched or most viewed sporting events of that year, which was unprecedented for women's sport and women's basketball. It was watched by so many people because of the tremendous popularity of Caitlin Clark and her skill set that has raised the interest in women's basketball. That has long obviously bothered Angel Reese. Angel Reese famously last year went on a tirade about how Caitlin's not the only reason people are watching basketball. People are watching it because of her.
And we debated that.
Okay, Angel is I'm an LSU guy. I think she played an instrumental role in winning that championship. I think her behavior after the victory was unsportsmanlike and abysmal, and I think that she has quite obviously evidenced a tremendous amount of animosity. I don't know if you want to call it hate. It kind of feels like hate, both last season and this season, towards Caitlin. I think Caitlin's, after getting hard fouls all year long as a player, that the overwhelming majority of them were not called. There was one particularly hard foul by one of Angel Reese's teammates that was called, but most of them were not. To call Caitlin Clark's foul, which was just an open layup, an open, which she should have just let Angel miss it, was not a flagrant foul. I was shocked at that call, and I think politics played into that call. There apparently were some Indiana fans saying some very ugly stuff directed at Angel Reese that I think is despicable.
And that was racist.
The WNBA
that was very racist comments.
is investigating it. But I think it's absurd for Ryan Clark to attack RG3's family, to attack RG3 for saying what's very obvious. It's very obvious Angel Reese hates or has a lot of anger toward jealousy
but
towards
it's not
Caitlin
just Angel
Clark.
Reese.
And yeah, I know there's a bunch of
many WNBA players
they kept her off
who
the
feel,
Olympics. They kept her
feel
off.
that she has become the face of the WNBA.
She is.
But yet they recognize she's not the best player in the WNBA.
But she also is the best player.
No, she's not.
No,
Did
Angel
you
Wilson,
see the score
Angel
of this
Wilson,
game? You better
see
look at Angel
the
Wilson.
Score of this game?
You better look at Angel
they
Wilson.
Almost
Let me tell you
beat
something.
them by double.
Because they have a better team.
They almost
because
beat them
Indiana
by
has
double.
a better collective team.
But
she's not
team
the
is
best
trash.
player in the WNBA.
Absolutely.
She's one of them, but she's become the face of the WNBA, and she has the most endorsements.
See, that's the thing.
In the WNBA.
You're only saying she's not the best player.
She's not, Charles.
Because she's
one
a
of the
white
best,
woman.
but she's not
that's
the best,
the
Charles.
only reason we're talking
And
about
the women who are a little better than her
she is a white
don't
woman.
have the support
There is no one any better.
commercial-wise that Caitlin Clark has.
Because people aren't that interested in that mediocre
But I will say
talent.
this what concerned me. Last year, Sister Angel Reese suffered a hard foul, a direct flagrant foul, where they kicked the woman out of the game.
Yeah.
They kicked her out of the game.
Right.
But Angel did not get up and try to fight her because that sister was bigger than Angel.
Because she hates Caitlin.
No, because
Caitlin
she went
gets
after
all the shine.
she went after a smaller
Caitlin's
woman.
the better
she went after
player.
a much smaller woman because when the big woman did it, she didn't go after her like that.
Ready to lose track of time the best way possible?
Rolling!
From the funniest videos to the wildest things online, we do the scrolling so you don't have to.
It's Usher. He had that synthetic hair melting. You hear me? Why y'all talking about that lady hair like that? Ain't he alone?
Catch us every weeknight, 7 p.m. Central on Fox Soul.
Louder for the people in the back.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies. Selfie, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
I was a quarterback at Hardaway High School. College first-round draft pick during the football season, I would stop eating. But I didn't know I was depressed. We didn't have any education behind what mental health was. I started to learn it starts here first. If this is together, I'll be better as a father and as a husband. We have to redefine what being a strong man is and heal, love your mind.
Well, on Fox Face-Off, we tell the raw, unadulterated truth.
Fox Soul Face-Off
We are given the platform here with no fear.
always comes out swinging.
We should be saying, hey, stop shooting and killing people.
Nothing held back.
They wanted black hip-hop moguls and artists to continue the feud.
No punches pulled.
And shut the
neighborhoods
hell
go,
up.
"You
and
interrupt
let
me all
speak
the
to my
time."
people.
Tune into the show where opinions collide. Fox Soul Face-Off. New episodes weeknights at 9 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
Our concerns tonight about new civil unrest over the murder of George Floyd. This month marks 5 years since his death sparked protests and riots here locally and around the world. and the city, county, and state are preparing for new potential protests. Jay Coles is here to explain why. Jay?
Yeah, Kevin, multiple sources tell me there are two things driving this. First, in recent weeks, we've seen calls from conservative commentators for President Trump to pardon Derek Chauvin. Second, sources tell me the city of Minneapolis is almost certain the Department of Justice next week will move to end its consent decree over the MPD because it's happened in other cities. So preparations are happening now, just days before the 5th anniversary of George Floyd's murder.
In this round, here's Charles Big Angry Adams.
So that was a Minneapolis ABC affiliate talking about the consequence of the crescendo of internet speculation and rumor mongering that Donald Trump may potentially issue a pardon to Derek Chauvin for his federal convictions for the death of George Floyd around the anniversary, the 5-year anniversary of that incident. I will say that a lot of people don't understand that the president lacks the authority to pardon someone for state convictions. That would be purely the province of Tim Walz, who I think is a Democrat governor and also on the ticket with Kamala Harris. He was the vice presidential candidate in her failed bid for the presidency last November. I don't think there's any chance that Governor Walz issues a pardon for Derek Chauvin. So if Trump were to do it, there'd be absolutely no upside, just a whole lot of downside. And I think this is just internet speculation fueled by the attention seekers on both sides of the ideological, Grand Canyon that exists in America today. I don't think anyone should anticipate any sort of pardon for Mr. Chauvin. I think it's a little bit ludicrous for people to be talking about it. We've had some confirmation, Matt. Do we have that from the Fox affiliate up there, that it's just rumor?
Just that, as I have stated previously, a frustration that I've had over the last 3 years that I've been here is that we have very, very real challenges around crime in this city and ensuring that we're able to provide safety. And those are having an effective police department is absolutely necessary. It's not sufficient in and of itself, but it's absolutely necessary to address those really, really urgent needs that our residents have been dealing with. And so, I have felt like at times it's almost controversial to even acknowledge that policing in and of itself is essential, that having effective policing is essential for so many of our residents who are who are hardest hit by just the level of crime and violence we've experienced in recent years. And so that's the disconnect I was referring to, because I am someone that believes in doing everything we possibly can to try and get crime under control. And that's both hard approaches, which are law enforcement based, working with law enforcement to ensure that there are strong consequences for people that are committing real harm in the community. But it's also doing everything.
That was the chief in Minneapolis. I thought the clip we were going to play, Matt, your pink slip will be in the mail, was when he said that there was no credible information that Donald Trump was going to issue a pardon. He made some very good points, right? Minneapolis has been beset by horrible violent crime. It's been a problem for years, but it was exacerbated after the Chauvin killing of George Floyd. He's obviously very concerned about public safety, and there isn't a tremendous amount of animosity directed at law enforcement in that city that really doesn't make sense to me, in that after the Chauvin incident, they were very aggressive and I think over-prosecuted that incident to the point of the two rookie officers, especially the one who was on a field training, who said, hey, let's stop. This
who was
wrong.
Actually under the guidance and leadership
right.
of his authority, which was Chauvin.
I think there were two officers that went to prison that had no business being prosecuted for anything. And I think they absolutely should get pardons from both Walz and.
This is a setup.
But this is just an effort to rile people up.
This is a setup
to have discord and crime in Minneapolis.
Brothers and sisters, listen to me real well when I say this to you. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I'm telling you
yes,
this
you
is
are.
a setup
Let's be fair.
to trick black people into rioting in the streets because they have a hidden agenda and motivation to our response to Mr. Chauvin being pardoned. Donald Trump will pardon Derek Chauvin, but as Charles said earlier, who was a great legal mind, he said that that would not exonerate nor pardon him on the state level. So Derek Chauvin, after being pardoned by Donald Trump, who I believe his best friend started this talk, Elon Musk, about pardoning Derek Chauvin, Trump will do it, but it won't free him from prison because on the state level, the only one that has the power to do that is Governor Tim Walz. He's not going to do it, but they're playing on the intelligence of black people because what they want us to do is when Trump does it, we get angry. We take to the streets. We start rioting because they secretly want to bring in the United States military into the inner cities of America under the guise of fighting crime. I said this on this show. And just 2 weeks ago, Donald Trump signed an executive order giving police departments all across America military technology and military weapons to fight crime. And now we hear 2 weeks after that executive order, he's now going to possibly pardon Derek Chauvin. This is a trick to get us into the streets, to start us rioting, and then bring in the United States military as justification to stop the rioting, the looting, and the criminal activity. Brothers and sisters, don't fall for it. When Trump pardoned him, let us fire back with the facts and say he ain't going nowhere. He's still going to die in prison. You pardon him on a federal level, but on a state level, he ain't going no damn well. He going to stay in prison. Brothers and sisters, don't fall for this trick. Don't take to the streets. Don't burn nothing down. Don't destroy our own community. Don't commit no violent acts because it's a setup to make us believe Chauvin's getting out when Trump pardoned him when he ain't going no damn well. He going to stay in prison.
Okay, so I love how you began this with, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but then went on a 5-minute long diatribe.
I gave the
on
facts.
Conspiracy. You didn't give any facts. Look, I think there is zero chance that Donald Trump issues a pardon. Why? Because there's no upside for Donald Trump. And Donald Trump looks at everything through the prism of the self and how it benefits him. And it doesn't benefit him in any way. It just creates more animosity.
It benefits him with his base.
I think he is.
It benefits him with that right-wing racist base.
He's not ever running again.
Of Donald Trump.
He don't care.
But guess what, though? His behavior exhibits that he know he ain't running again.
Here's the
His
thing.
behavior right now exhibits he don't care about popular opinion or any votes because he won't need them. So trust me, Donald Trump is going to do this because he wants to send a message to his base that I'm doing whatever I can do to make America the land of the great white man again.
What Donald Trump is going to do is he's going to repeal the consent decree, which will take away some Department of Justice federal oversight of the Minneapolis Police Department and give them more autonomy and more ability to fight crime. That's absolutely appropriate. I don't care how people frame it negatively to try to incite other people. It's absolutely appropriate. Minneapolis is besieged by crime, and we need active law enforcement because you mentioned it. Don't burn our own neighborhoods.
Don't do it.
When Tim Walz had the National Guard and the State Guard stand down while arson swept all through parts of Minneapolis, what parts were they? They were the black parts. And so many black business people lost everything.
A few black business people.
Right? No, a great
number.
The
overwhelming majority of those businesses were not owned by black people.
And
in fact, they had black folk putting black-owned business in the window so black folks wouldn't destroy it. But less than 10% of those businesses in the black community were owned by black people.
Public safety is returned to
Don't
Minneapolis.
fall for that trick. This is a setup, brothers and sisters.
I was a quarterback at Hardaway High School. College first-round draft pick. During the football season, I would stop eating. But I didn't know I was depressed. We didn't have any education behind what mental health was. I started to learn it starts here first. If this is together, I'll be better as a father and as a husband. We have to redefine what being a strong man is and heal, love your mind.
Ready to lose track of time the best way possible?
Roll it!
From the funniest videos to the wildest things online, we do the scrolling so you don't have to.
It's Usher. He had that synthetic hair melting. You hear me? Why y'all talking about that lady hair like that? Ain't he alone?
Catch us every weeknight, 7 p.m. Central on Fox Soul.
Louder for the people in the back.
Well, on Fox Face Off, we tell the raw, unadulterated truth.
Fox Soul Face Off
We are given the platform here with no fear.
always comes out swinging.
We should be saying, hey, stop shooting and killing people.
Nothing held back.
They wanted black hip-hop moguls and artists to continue the feud.
No punches pulled.
And
Shut the
neighborhoods
hell
come
up
You
and
interrupt
let
me all the
speak to my
time.
people.
Tune into the show where opinions collide. Fox Soul Face Off. New episodes weeknights at 9 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
As we work to get through these times together, you may not be thinking about blood donation, but blood is needed to save the lives of people who are sick with a range of illnesses. It's easy and safe to give. If you are in good health, please donate. We need heroes now. Visit redcrossblood.org to schedule an appointment.
In today's Face Off, up.
Right on the window. Yeah, hit him with the bah, bah. Yeah. Bah, 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 bah. Mom, go, mom, go. Bah, 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 bah. Bah, 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 bah. What? What? You wanna go outside?
Well, now that was a young man simulating a drive-by shooting. The mother did have a surprised look on her face, but I don't think she addressed the need for discipline. And what was so heartbreaking was at the end of this simulated drive-by shooting, where then he handed off the gun to his even younger little brother. He ended it in a childlike fashion, asking his little brother if he wanted to go play outside. And we have to ask, where did this child, because the child's not the F-up. It's whatever parent was involved in teaching this child, allowing this child to be exposed.
The F-up is the mama. Call it like it is.
Okay, well, I don't know if it's a mom. Might have
How
been
in the hell
dad.
you don't know?
Whoever taught
You watched
this,
the same video.
It's horrible.
It don't matter
It's
now
horrible.
who taught it. That mother didn't say a damn thing to stop it or correct it.
She was amused.
And when he told her to speed up, she sped up with like a little smile on her face.
Right.
When your child is mimicking killing people in a drive-by, your little black child, who you know young black boys are a target in this nation, that mother should be ashamed of herself.
People.
And I tell you what, where's his father? Because if you find this daddy and take your belt, daddy, and when you go find him, you start whooping the mama first. Then you put that belt on your child's behind.
Are you advocating for domestic violence?
That mama need a belt put on her. It's like grandmama used to do.
That's insane.
Grandmama, if grandma had saw that,
insane.
grandmama would have whooped the mama's ass, whooped the grandbaby. Everybody would have got a whooping. See, that's the problem. We got parents raising children with no accountability, no discipline. We got parents trying to be their child's best friend and be their big sister and big brother, but not be a parent. How could a parent watch your child mimicking, killing people in a drive-by and you not correct him?
You don't think the problem, instead of advocating for more violence, you don't think the
What's
problem,
violence?
Beating the mother.
That's love.
You don't think.
That's
hold
love.
On, hold on. That's insane.
You spank that ass out of love.
You don't think
that mama need her ass tore up.
The celebration, the cultural celebration that exists for a segment of Black America, definitely not all of it, but a segment of it, that is celebrating gangsterism, right? And there's white America that does too, right? White America that celebrates.
Because most gangster music, rap music is bought by white kids.
But there's this celebration of don't snitch, violence, being a gangster. I mean, we've seen it. We've seen all these videos of people. I saw a video of a woman with a prom dress, a girl made a prom dress made of $100 bills. People acting crazy at graduations, throwing
you know
money
what that was
around.
about?
What?
A prom dress with $100 bills?
Yeah.
If you think I'm handsome, pay my ransom. Got to get the honey before you get the money. So look, Charles, let me tell you something.
When are we going to stop saying, hey, America needs to stop celebrating, especially Black America, needs to stop celebrating gangsterism?
Charles, that mother had nothing to say. Tolerated,
no, she was amused.
And had like a little smirk on her face.
She was amused.
Like it was funny.
Right?
Charles, That's a young black boy.
Hey, who suffers?
And America shows no compassion or empathy
That's absolutely
toward
not
young
true.
black
That's
boys
absolutely
who
not
commit
true.
crimes.
Well,
no, she does not.
In fact, we have been way
Where's
too
his daddy?
We have been way too
Look here, brother.
empathetic to people that commit crimes for the last 10 or 15
Brother,
years.
if you're not with that
Who
woman,
suffers from
brother, if you don't
drive-bys?
live with that
Who
woman,
are the victims
go get
of
your son.
drive-bys? Other black
So
Americans.
that black father, go. If you ain't living with that woman, go get your son. And if you're living with her, go home and do some corrections. Start with her first.
Oh, that's absolutely absurd. The truth is that in America, the people that suffer this type of violence, drive-by shooting, gangster violence, is other
The
black
child was
Americans.
suffering in that video.
The child has been
No,
misdirected.
the child was suffering.
It's
because
heartbreaking.
that child has not been raised
But
correctly.
the solution is not beating the mother.
I didn't say beat the mother.
Discipline.
I said put that belt on her behind. Spatter rods for the child. Somebody spattered on her, obviously.
That's it for the Face Off on Fox Soul. We'll catch you next time.
Ready to lose track of time the best way possible?
Rolling!
From the funniest videos to the wildest things online, we do the scrolling so you don't have to.
It's Usher. He had that synthetic hair melting. You hear me? Why y'all talking about that lady hair like that? Ain't he alone?
Catch us every weeknight, 7 p.m. Central on Fox Soul.
Louder for the people in the back.
Well, on Fox Face Off, we tell the raw, unadulterated truth.
Fox Soul Face Off.
We are given the platform here with no fear.
Always comes out swinging.
We should be saying, hey, stop shooting and killing people.
Nothing held back.
They wanted black hip-hop moguls and artists to continue the feud.
No punches pulled.
And shut the
neighborhoods
hell
come
up.
You interrupt
and let
me all the
speak to my
time.
people.
Tune into the show where opinions collide. Fox Soul Face Off. New episodes weeknights at 9 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices.
Like your text-to-emoji ratio.
Oh man, the selfies. Selfie nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
I was a quarterback at Hardaway High School. College first-round draft pick. During the football season, I would stop eating. But I didn't know I was depressed. We didn't have any education behind what mental health was. I started to learn it starts here first. If this is together, I'll be better as a father and as a husband. We have to redefine what being a strong man is and heal, love your mind.
As we work to get through these times together, you may not be thinking about blood donation, but blood is needed to save the lives of people who are sick with a range of illnesses. It's easy and safe to give. If you are in good health, please donate. We need heroes now. Visit redcrossblood.org to schedule an appointment.
I wonder if you know that I want the best for you. But how long will you fight solo? I wonder if you know that we can get help. Not wondering anymore. Love your mind.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices.
Like your text-to-emoji ratio.
Oh man, the selfies. Selfie nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
Ready to lose track of time the best way possible?
Rolling!
From the funniest videos to the wildest things online, we do the scrolling so you don't have to.
It's Usher. He had that synthetic hair melting. You hear me? Why y'all talking about that lady hair like that? Ain't he alone?
Catch us every weeknight, 7 p.m. Central on Fox Soul.
louder for the people in the back.
When people say they're sick and tired of black people and their damn drama, there's even a name for it. No, not Pookie-nim, and I'm about to get on my last nerve, but black fatigue. It's a whole thing. Tonight on The Factor, we break it down. Plus, the holy revival of Christianity in young adults. We dedicate our second half hour to exploring that. It's a Wednesday night after Bible study.
The Isaiah Factor Uncensored starts right now.
Welcome and thank you for joining us on The Factor Uncensored tonight. We'll get to black fatigue in a moment, but first, there was another tension-filled meeting today between two world leaders and the White House, this time after President Trump made unsubstantiated claims about genocide to South Africa's president. Take a listen.
You're taking people's land.